It's still free young pimp, unfortunately. Smoke some bitch, gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth. Tony Snow, you should know that, bitch. Boys think I oughta quit, I ain't about to stop shit. In my Cadillac, full tank of gas, white bitch with a fat ass. Bitch know that I manage good, that's why I get all the cash. Stand up on my paper route, I don't need no fucking clout. Niggas know that I'm really Trill, not tell them what the fuck you bout. I'm bout getting paper, brave enough to take that risk. Jump up in that shark water and come back with a fillet of fish. Sliding off in that photo, flag me down, that's a no-no. I just might pull your hoe and pull up to that Momo. What you got? I got a Coco, a yellow girl and a thick snow. Don't make me, no, never mind. Just get up out them panties, ho. I stay up on them baddest in them Trill gear thongs. When I see a fine time to make these country ass songs, I'm reppin' for the home. That's that PA to the T. Boys oughta know by now that they can't fuck with he's elite. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth. I'm in the Texas game spitter, UgK nigga. Posse ain't no stopping me. Bulldoze, no blocking me. Them hoes steady clocking me. While them niggas be watching me. Fall through in my Trill lokes, my Trill hat, and my Trill tee. Ain't shit a nigga can tell me. I'm too damn official. I'm so for sure, and this I know. Don't make me blow this missile. Boys from the south, still popping out. Hey nigga, you poin' broke. That's your own damn fault. I'm reaching in the vault, pulling out them bundles. 10 20s, them 52s, and them motherfucking Hondas. I keep me a Jane Fonda, a thick bitch named Rhonda. Pretty face with a tiny waist, could go get hot as a sauna. Slick and wet like a slip and slide. I can't wait to get off the side. Legs up, I'ma pound a spot, not get on top, I'ma let you ride. Full plate got a dripping juice, biting breast, I ain't turning loose. In the bed or in my car, say bitch what you wanna do. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth. Gripping on the wood, ballin' in the slant. This is not a song, my nigga, this a chant. Players from the south, still poppin' now.
Nigga, we young niggas, fat big killers, got big ass diamonds out in their
mouth.
Big ass diamonds out in their
Yeah, yo. You know what it is, man. It's that voice. Who is that voice? It's the voice that get the girls' panties moist, man. Know what I'm talking about? Come on, man. It's your player partner. He's a lead back in the building. And tonight, man, we got a great one for you tonight. Say, man, we got a homie finna come through here and lace y'all with some Trill, PA, history, UgK, life, DJing. Hey, man, I'm talking about with the cherry on top, man. It's going down in the building. I'm waiting on the homie DJ Marl to get off in here, but let me recognize some people in the chat and what they got going on. Okay, I see we got Soup in here early. Yeah, Zay Sanchez. Hey, man, we appreciate that. It's going down in the building for that $5 soup. You know, that's how we keep the wheels greased, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Then we got Jesus Trevino coming through, Trill casting and lasting, you know what I'm saying?
He dropped a big $4.99. You know what I mean? What's the price? $4.99. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going down. Yeah, share a video, man, so more people could come in here and get this Trill ass history. Then we got Taylor Ray coming back. I sure appreciate that. And she dropped a big $4.99. It's going down in the building, man. So salute to all y'all. Sit back, do what y'all do, man, and we finna get into it. Let me see if the homie done made it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got going. Mr. Banks.
What it do, baby? What it do?
Okay, so you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Good. Let me get situated, man. How you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I'm blessed, man.
Appreciate you taking out the time to come fool with us, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing your thing for many years now, you know what I'm saying? So, and I like how you represent it.
Come on, man.
Already.
Yeah, so man, introduce yourself to the people if you don't mind.
Well, I'm your one and only, you know what I'm saying? AKA, you know, they call me Marley, you know what I'm saying? Full name Marlon Banks, you know what I'm saying? I've been DJing since 1984 is when I first started.
Wow. 1984. That's quite a long time.
Yeah, that was my 9th grade year, man. My 9th grade year.
I'm in this thing, man.
Already.
Yeah, so that was your 9th grade year in 84?
84, man. Lincoln High School.
Okay, yeah, I remember my brother, he was he was graduating around that time, so that was a dope year. I remember that time.
Yeah.
My older brother, you remember Hillary?
Hillary, what was Hillary's last name?
No, they call him June.
Yeah, I should know June. Yeah.
You know my brother Ernest though.
Yeah.
He was the dark skin was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That nigga that was something else, man.
Already, man. Shit. I mean, it's
R.I.P. to my brother. But yeah, we gonna get into it, man. So, are you originally from PA?
Originally from PA, man. Born and raised.
On the east or the west?
I grew up mainly on the west end, you know what I'm saying? You know, coming out of CT, Prince Hall and all that, you know what I'm saying, in that area.
Okay. So what was it like back then growing up in the deep west and CT and all that?
Man, growing up on that side of town, man, it was, I can say it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man, when you first moved on that side of town, if nobody really knew you, it's like, man, you got to throw them hands. You know what I'm saying? You got to throw them hands. I lived in Prince Hall, but you know, a lot of people from Prince Hall couldn't go to CT. And a lot of people from CT couldn't go to Prince Hall. So it was always...
Prince Hall and CT are about what, 200-300 feet from each other?
Exactly, yeah. That's how it was back then.
Either or?
Yeah, that's how it was coming up there, man. I got in many fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go to CT, you know, just to go, you know, visit some friends, you know, some girls and stuff. Wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? Them guys, they rule that territory. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was back then, you know. You know, I lived there for a little while. Then, you know, of course, my mom, them, you know what I'm saying, decided to move to the east side. You know what I'm saying? Staying in Long's apartments and shit. So I basically grew up in Long's too. You know what I'm saying? When they was doing a lot of, you know, doing stuff out there, killing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I done seen it all.
From the deep west to the deep east.
To the deep east, man. So I done seen it all.
All right. Yep. So when you got to the deep east, you was by how old?
I think when I got to the deep east, I was in my 10th grade year. My 10th grade year on that end. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them guys. I ran track. You know what I'm saying? I used to run to the east side to the west side. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
Yeah, people used to think I was crazy for running that long distance. I said, but when you're in track, man, you know, you try to better yourself when you're in sports. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
then when I
remember
got to,
on Thomas Boulevard, I used to see folks running from the east to the
yeah,
west.
that used to be me. I used to be one of
Damn it, man.
them. I used to be one of them, man.
Yeah, I met a
Yeah,
little chick running that goddamn boulevard.
yeah, yeah. Hey, you see a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
see a lot of them.
yeah,
So, but I mean,
okay,
that was a thing back in the day, man. Just try to, you know, keep your mind off of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right. So you pretty much grew up on the west. So by the time you got to the east, you was a young teen.
Yeah, I was a young teen.
When did you get off into DJing?
Well, I started off, you know what I'm saying? I used to always watch Carl Wayne and my cousin Magic Magic Mark.
Oh, you
You know what
Kenneth
I'm saying? Yeah, I'm
Marl.
Kendall Mark, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I used to always see them, you know what I'm saying, growing up, watching them DJing, and they the ones really inspired me to even get into it. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And then it was always, you know what I'm saying, of course, my boy DMD, uh, uh, and some other cats that was DJing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
used to get inspired by watching those guys. You know what I'm saying? So
So
that's what got me in it.
what type of places that Carl Wayne used to spin at?
I used to be Duke's Auditorium. It was a bunch of them. Duke's was the main one before they tore it down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody used to go to Duke's, man. Duke was one of the biggest spots out here. You know what I'm saying? I used to always see him, you know what I'm saying, and Magic Mark in there. So that was one of the spots back in the day.
Yeah. So Magic Mark. You remember Dr. Live?
Yep.
Okay. So that's my hood.
Yeah, yeah,
Them boys used to be in there doing live broadcasts from the radio
yeah,
station at the
yeah, on the
house.
radio station. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember those days, man.
Yeah, you know what? When I think about it, that whole circle of like DJs and stuff like that, it's really a close niche circle.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it is. It
most of
is.
those guys knew each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like DJ Dan,
Yep. DJ
uh,
Dan.
I forgot Albert and them daddy name.
You got DJ Alvin. You
Yep,
know
yeah,
what I'm
Albert.
saying? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Alvin. I told him that's one of my partners. He come over here every other day. Me and
He's
him
still
stay
alive.
until he's still alive. That's my partner. That's my
Wow,
DJ little buddy.
wow,
So, yeah, but he called me. Matter of fact, he called me 2 days ago and asked me was I in town. I told him I was still in Oklahoma.
huh?
Yep.
So, when you started DJing, so what was the venues that you was spinning at?
And to be honest, and this may
Uh-oh, we got a blackout. Oh, he back. He back. I can't hear you. You came back, but I can't hear you. Hold on, man. We missing big soup off in this thing. Hold on, man. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I was like I said, yeah, 19 years old, man. I used to keep the BV jumping. You know what I'm saying?
At the BV?
At the BV, I was the youngest DJ DJing in there. Being in there illegal, and I was in there DJing, keeping it going.
Hold on, let me see if my sound is right. Because on my end, yeah, it went out for a minute. Now you back.
Yeah, somebody was calling my phone. Yeah, it went out for a second.
Okay, let me see if it sounds good.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah, I hear you good.
You kind of like got like a fluttering noise.
Yeah, that's somebody was calling my phone a few minutes ago.
It's fluttering right now.
Right there? Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do. Let's see what I can do.
Try to go out and come back in.
Okay, let's see.
Scott Eric in the building. Mr. Main in the building. It's going down, man. We finna peel it off. We finna get into it in a minute. Let me see. Mr. Lawton TV, what it is, homie? Let me see what you sounding like now.
Can you hear me?
It's fluttered.
It's flooded. I'm trying to see how can I get it up out of there some kind of way. Let's see.
Let me see. I'm gonna take you out and bring you back in. Yeah. What about me? What about me? How I sound? How I sound? Somebody let me know how I sound. Let me know in the chat, do I sound good or not? If any ladies in the chat, let me know if I look good. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Do I sound good, man? Do I look good, man? Somebody tell me something, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, let me see if I can get the homie back in here. Okay, loud and clear. I'm gonna bring him back in. We're gonna see what's happening.
Yeah. You hear me now?
Let me see.
It's still clear. Do it sound different or what?
Yeah, sound like a helicopter.
Hang on, let me see what I can do, man. I'm trying to see if I can get it on my speaker. I got it on I got my earpiece on. Let me cut this earpiece off maybe.
Okay, yeah. Go all the way out and then come back in.
Okay, I'm gonna just cut this earpiece off. Let me
Okay.
do it
We're
like
gonna be waiting on you.
that's a bet.
We're
That's
gonna
a
continue
bet.
without you. Shit, we still helicoptering.
I bet you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
I think you sound better now.
All right. I cut that
Yeah,
earpiece
you good
off.
now. What happened?
I cut the earpiece off.
Oh, you were trying to talk on a trucker earpiece. 64719.
Yeah, that earpiece was messing up then.
Okay, now we good. Now let's get into it. So you was DJing at the BV at age 19, right?
19, dog.
How you get that gig that young?
Well, I mean, a lot of people heard me DJing, and somebody, put a word in, get old Marl in there to come DJ here, keep the crowd going and stuff. And man, they tested me out one night, man, and shit, it went from there.
Already. Let me also say this. Like, we didn't hang out much, but
yeah,
what I remember every time I saw you, you always greeted me with a smile, with respect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was always good to see you.
Yeah.
That's why when, you know what I'm saying, you hit me, I was like, man, hold up. I need to get you on here immediately because my audience, this is what we do. We talk about UgK posse movement, UgK movement, RIP Pimp C, and then the current things we got going on today. So you having a piece of history that we're gonna dig into in a minute, man, it's really value timing over here.
Already,
we appreciate that.
Man.
Already. Brandon Tillery, I see you, man. So let me see. My next question gonna be, so yeah, this ain't even on the charts, but DJing at the BV at 19, what's some of the crazy shit you saw at the BV?
Oh man. The craziest stuff I done seen is myself getting drunk. And I've never, I never drunk, and I took a break and I sat at the bar and it was, a whole bunch, people my age that was in there, a little bit older, feed me drinks. And before I knew it, I had them passed out and threw up all on the floor right there. Don't know how I got home. No, I didn't know how I got home, but I got home and stuff. But that's one of the baddest things I remember.
So you a drunk DJ?
Yeah, drunk DJing one night. And I was like, man, I said I would never do that again, you know what I'm saying? So
damn it,
at
man.
a young age, you making, pretty good change in there at a young age, DJing at a big club, you know what I'm saying?
One of the hoodest, dopest clubs we had at the time.
Yes, at that time, yes, it was. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so DJing at the BV at 19. So did you ever rap, or who were some of the artists that you knew back then before the UgK, the DMD? Like, who were some of
I was
the
always
artists before us?
Mostly East Coast, you know what I'm saying? Eric B, Rakim, YZ, You know what I'm saying? I still got most of these albums in my storage room.
But I'm saying like locally in PA.
Oh, locally,
who was
you know what I'm
rapping
saying?
before
Of course,
us?
you know what I'm saying? You had my boys, you got UgK, you had the DMI posse, you know what I'm saying? I was mainly, you know, around those cats, you know what I'm saying?
What about before that?
Before that, it really wasn't nobody. There really wasn't nobody. You know what I'm saying?
What about Big E?
Big E, you know what I'm saying? I've never been around Big E when he was, you know what I'm saying, rapping or anything, but DJing, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What about Noonie Bug?
Noonie Bug was more into the drumming. You know what I'm saying?
The what?
He was more into the drums and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I know about Noonie Bug. The boy was cold with them drums. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Along with, you know what I'm saying, other people, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, Tanya Keys, you know what I'm saying, they was all cold on them drums. You know what I'm saying? Rhonda Forrest, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I seen all of them.
Shout out to Rhonda.
Yes, that's my girl there, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing them for a long time.
So the hip hop, the music scene kind of started with the guys you were naming, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about that time and who it was.
Well, around that time, I'm trying to remember who actually introduced me to C. Somebody introduced me to C because at the time C was looking for some local DJs. Now he had a few. He had like 3 of them before he even met me. You
like who?
A guy named Joe. He rest in peace to him. He, you know what I'm saying, killed himself years ago. He had me come in. He had my boy Sean Lyons.
Damn, I remember Sean Lyons.
Yeah, that's me and Sean Lyons. We was always together. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my aces right there. Me and him kind of started off together doing things, and that's how we ended up getting affiliated with C. And I can't remember who the guy was. I can't say it was Ron Forrest that actually introduced me to C. It was somebody else. You know what I'm saying? When I first met C, that's when I met him at the house out there in Alberta. You know what I'm saying? And,
Mama West house?
Yeah, Mama West house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when I first met him, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was so many people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just C. It was Mitchell Queen, a whole bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? All trying to, you know, get this music thing going. You know what I'm saying? And we used to have meetings at his house, you know what I'm saying? How he want to do things. You know what I'm saying? How he want to try to get something going. You know what I'm saying?
And he was about how old around this time?
Around this time, I think I was probably like 18, or well, actually I was right at 20. I was probably the oldest one. You know what I'm saying? Being around C, you know what I'm saying? And he had a creative mind. You know what I'm saying?
So he was about what? If you were like 19, 20, he was what?
C was like maybe 3 years. I want to say 3 years under me. So he was young. He was still young. He was like 16.
He was like 15, 16.
Yeah, he was like 16. And C, man, I'm gonna tell you. I used to ride around with C. Was the only guy that, being around that young, he had a Honda Accord. I was still walking.
I remember.
That boy had a white Honda Accord. I'm still walking.
Was it a Prelude?
Yep, a Prelude. You know what I'm
white,
saying?
Right?
No, I take that back. It was a Honda Accord.
Okay.
A white Honda Accord. And
okay.
I used to be riding with him, and I used to see all these cakes and candies and chips all in the back. Where we going with all this here? Come to find out, they owned it, all the vending machines in Port Arthur.
Come on, man.
On all the vending machines. I'm riding with him one day, and we go to the OCAW Collins Hall where they own vending machines in there. And he come out with all these keys and stuff and start opening stuff. I'm like, damn, just getting the money. Like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's when I really found out this man had everything he already needed. You know what I'm saying?
So he was about, like you said, 15, 16?
Yep. And had
Mama had him doing the business by himself?
doing his business by himself, man. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen, and at a young age, and having that creative mind already to what he want to do, he already had it as stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? Going to his house, watching him sampling music off VCR tapes and stuff like that. That's what you call talent, man.
Hold on. He was sampling music from a VCR tape.
Well, VCR tape.
What was he using to capture the sound?
Man, that boy had a rolling 808 beat machine. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was one of the hardest beat machines to even come across back then.
Yeah, I remember.
He had one. See, at the time when I first, you know what I'm saying, went to his home, yeah, that boy had 2 keyboards, a rolling 808 beat machine, and all kind of albums, you know what I'm saying, VCR tapes where he just sampled stuff off of them.
Was it set up in the game room?
Set up in his room.
Come on.
In his room. And the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, to say this boy had all this talent, he used to keep that room chunking in the mud. He had stuff everywhere, but he knew where all his stuff was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how creative he was. He knew where everything was when he wanted to do something.
On some genius shit.
On some
I was
shit,
trying
man.
to jog my mind, like, before the movement of my peers, who I remember kind of like putting out demos and stuff like that. And it just came to me. You remember Webb Jenkins?
That's my nigga. He was another one that inspired me on DJing also, because him and DMD was the ones together at the time.
What was the other nigga name with the crazy hair?
With the crazy hair,
Tall red-skinned nigga with the crazy hair.
I'm trying to think.
Stay off of probably Memorial, like.
Memorial. Let's see.
Rock. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about.
And it's just so hard to remember names and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
He used to be with Webb all the time. Tall nigga. He had spaces in his teeth.
You're not talking about
Rory,
yeah.
Them niggas hand me a demo.
He still stay around up in that area.
Them niggas hand me a demo way back in the day.
What?
Yeah, and that nigga Webb had that old DJ ass voice. Yeah, it's going down.
Hey, I see Webb every blue moon, always in Walmart.
Man, I wouldn't know what that nigga looked like if I saw him.
Yeah. Every time he see me, he say, man, I don't know why we keep running into each other. I say, man, you might well move on back to Port.
Man, that was a cool nigga, dog.
Yeah, that's one of my boys, man. That's one of my boys. As a matter of fact, that's my classmate.
Already. So, I don't remember you saying, but who you think bought you to Pimp?
I'm still trying to remember. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't Ron Forrest. I tell you what, it was Dave Forrest.
D.A.?
D.A.
Okay.
The Black Monks.
The Black Monks. Come on with this Trill ass history, man.
Yep, that's who brought it. That's who brought me there, D.A.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was doing his thing too.
Yeah. I wonder if he's still in Atlanta.
I had him on the show a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Like I say,
so DA bring you to the Pimp.
Yeah.
And who is he at this time? What's his rap name at this time?
His rap name at the time, I can't remember what his rap name was. It's been so long. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, everybody was affiliated together trying to get stuff going. All, how can I say, one big clique trying to do something. You know what I'm saying?
And what was that clique called?
Well, it wasn't no name at the time. Because everybody was still with Mitchell Queen and Pimp C, UgK. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was just affiliated together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was just a DJ. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nobody created into the groups or anything like that there because we was all trying to get something going. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you never was really doing no rapping?
No rapping or nothing like that there.
What about a little break dance?
Nah, that was my boy Tattoo and David Broussard. They was the dancers. They was the dancers back in there.
We had some cold dancers back then too.
Oh man, they was for sure. You know, I remember years ago when we was trying to get something going, and we did some shows at Julie Rogers Theater in Beaumont. And I don't know, C met this woman, and she was trying to get everybody started into the music business, so say. You know what I'm saying? So she was setting up these shows, and she set up, you know what I'm saying, us to do a show. She also set up these guys out of Beaumont. A guy named was Raymond Gage, and another guy, he called himself TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And they were some dancers. And she tried to create a group with all of us doing a show together. You know what I'm saying? And we did the show. Never seen the woman again. She ran out with all the money.
Come on.
Ran out with all the money, man. You know what I'm saying? This is, like I say, this was at the time that C was really trying to get something going. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he put his faith in this woman, and she ripped him off.
Had he become a part of the two-man group by this time, or it's still just everybody as a
It was just everybody. It was just everybody then. You know what I'm saying?
Was Bun around then?
Yeah, Bun was around. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't pretty much all the way in yet. You know what I'm saying? I think when Bun came in the picture, it's after I met Russell. You know what I'm saying? When I met Russell, yeah, I met Russell first before anybody. You know what I'm saying? My mom took me to King's Flea Market, you know what I'm saying, when I was young. I've never been to King's Flea Market, you know what I'm saying? So when she brought me there, and I walked in, you know what I'm saying, by me just, walking around browsing, that's when I went into Big Time Records. And he had a big old poster on the wall saying, I'm looking for all newcomers. So I was like, hey man, I got some guys I think you'll like to hear. He was like, well shit, tell them to bring me a demo. I said, nah, I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna bring them up here. You know what I'm saying? So I brought him up there the next day.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And him and C hit it off. They hit it off right there, you know what I'm saying?
Do you remember who was with y'all?
It was me, it was C, a girl named Nicole Davis. I think it was Ron Forrest. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I had bought Bird old Malibu. Bird used to have a blue drop, low rider Malibu. I bought it from Bird, and I took them up there in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they got a chance to talk, you know what I'm saying, and discuss some things. And he let Russell tell me something good. And Russell, he liked it right off the bat.
So that would be the first initial meeting that you brokered and set up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you said it was you, Pimp, Ron Forrest,
and a girl named Nicole Davis.
What about Bun? Was he there?
Bun wasn't there. He wasn't there then. You know what I'm saying? But Bun was already on that track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was already on that track though. You know what I'm saying? So when Russell listened to it, like I said, of course, he liked it right off the bat. But he wanted them to change it up. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people think the song that's playing now is the original. That's not the original. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Not the original.
So you saying there's another version of Tell Me Something Good that nobody heard?
Nobody heard. Only person that probably heard it was Russell. And that's when he first was introduced to Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he even got the original. You know what I'm saying? Far as I know, it's probably 3 of us that still got the original track. You know, so you
still sitting on that thing?
Still sitting on it. Still sitting on it. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Queen got it, I got it, and I think Ron Forrest got it.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, we probably the only 3, you know what I'm saying, still got it.
Y'all been holding that record down tight.
Hey, you got 20 songs on this. I got it on my computer in a file. It's like 20 songs. You got DMD on there. You know what I'm saying? All the groups that was affiliated with C is all on this tracks. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of unreleased stuff.
Unreleased. Nothing is being.
On, dog.
C had 2 slow songs that he made, and I guarantee you, if he would have put that out, it would have been a hit. It would have been a hit. When you listen to these tracks and you listen to his voice now, since he's gone, rest in peace. But if you listen to the songs back then, you could tell he was still a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you listen to what, you know what I'm saying, what's been played throughout the years since his passing. You know what I'm saying? You could tell it's him all day long.
Man, you gotta let me get a little exclusive ear on some of that shit one day.
I'm gonna end up having to mail it to you. That way you could sit down, you could listen to them tracks yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
You're gonna be like, man, you got to be kidding me. When you listen to Tell Me Something Good, you're gonna be like, whoa.
I get it.
Man. You know, people don't know, you know what I'm saying? That song was talking about people in the hood.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff going on back in the day. You know what I'm saying? C was getting into it with certain individuals, you know what I'm saying, back then, you know what I'm saying, because of stuff that they did try to do to him. So of course he put a song out. He didn't put no names out, but everybody in that year that knew about it, they knew exactly who he was talking about.
So he was putting the scenarios in that hole.
He was putting the scenarios in that hole, you know what I'm saying? You know.
So once they met Russell, how fast did things take off and develop, or what do you remember?
Well, I mean, Russell he did things pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he got him going. The only thing, you know what I'm saying, that really got me with Russell, man, he really tried to get over on C, man. And I didn't cut for that at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, he got him started, got him going and stuff, but they didn't make no money. They wasn't making no money off the top. You know what I'm saying? Russell collected everything off the first 2 albums. You know
what about the show money? They was getting that, huh?
They was getting the show money. You know what I'm saying? But when C, you know what I'm saying, was ready to, you know, leave, you know what I'm saying? It's like Russell tried to sue him.
Sue him?
He tried to sue C. And I'm like, man, hold up, man. You trying to sue this man for $2 million. They ain't even made $2 million yet. But you collected all the royalties off the first 2 albums. Come on, man. That's not how the business goes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when C finally, you know, got away, he started making his money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He started making his money. You know?
And he went to Jive after that, right?
He went to Jive after that, you know what I'm saying? And that's when he started seeing the light of things, you know?
I remember a time just in the streets, you kind of disappeared. And boys were saying,
I disappeared. Well, this is the story. Do
me a favor. I know you know how to do it without, you know what I'm saying, the names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was, this was in the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm saying? I was out there doing some things I shouldn't have been doing. You know what I'm saying? That was out there in the streets trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of stuff going on back then. You know what I'm saying? I had a guy staying in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? While I was at work. You know, and this was before I even got into the game. You know what I'm saying? I was working at Wendy's. I was working at Henry Country Ford. And I got caught up letting people use my apartment. You know, and I come home from work one night, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in my apartment, you know what I'm saying? At 4 a.m. in the morning, my door get kicked in. You know, friend of mine, so what I thought was a friend of mine, left a bunch of drugs in my apartment. So I got charged with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got me away for a while. You know what I'm saying?
And you took that case?
I took that case. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, and at that time, that's when I asked my boy, you know what I'm saying, could he take my equipment and bring it to his home? You know what I'm saying? Because I, you know, once I got out, you know what I'm saying, of course I was still DJing, you know, and we kind of bump heads after that, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So how much time did you get?
Well, that time, that first incident, it was only a 24 hour. You know, a 72 hour accusation bond. You know what I'm saying? I got let out. You know what I'm saying? So came out. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get back to work and do my thing and stuff, and then of course, I eventually end up getting into the game. You know what I'm saying? And when I got into the game, it was to really try to help my boys, you know what I'm saying, get the record thing going. You know what I'm saying? Uh, a lot of people don't know it was hectic, man. It was hectic. You trying to do something to help your people, you know what I'm saying, get up there, and it always you get kicked back. You know what I'm saying? Even at the time dealing with my boys in Houston, and C was dealing with the same people in Houston, you know what I'm saying? He tried it. You know what I'm saying? He was one that actually tried it and like, nah, this not for him. You know what I'm saying? He even made a song. I can't remember what song it was with him and Master P made that song. And they say, you know what I'm saying, C lead the street because rapping is your thing. True
Right.
enough, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? He came to me and asked me to try to get rid of it for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's when, you know what I'm saying, I was getting more caught up in things, you know what I'm saying? And we when I, you know what I'm saying, when I was trying to go back to DJing, you know, of course, like I say, he had most of my equipment. And when I went to him, I was like, hey man, I need to get my equipment, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he kind of like blew me off, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you supposed to be my boy, but you blew me off. And so I was like, man, where my equipment at? Oh, they got it. I'm like, who is they? You know what I'm saying? And we kind of fell out, you know what I'm saying?
Who was they?
Yeah, that's what I said. Who is they? You know? And the thing about it is, a lot of people don't know, C and Bird used to damn near live with me in the Gann apartments. You know what I'm saying? I used to do a lot of parties in the Ganns back in the day. That's all I did every weekend, through a party. You know, and like I say, man, when we fell out, man, you know what I'm saying? People was like, man, y'all too good for that, man. Y'all too good for that. Y'all shouldn't be like that. And when
y'all fell out over
some
the vanishing equipment.
Equipment, dog. You know,
did you ever find out who they was?
I still never found out who they was. You know what I'm saying? But when he had his album release party, you know, people was like, man, you gonna go? And I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna go. He said, man, you gotta go, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go. But I ended up going anyway.
Yeah.
Man. And when I walked in Mama Webb's house, you know what I'm saying? You know, I guess nobody was really expecting me to come. I don't think he was expecting me to come. You know what I'm saying? But he greeted me with open arms. You know what I'm saying? We apologized to each other. And all I told him, I say, look, make your music, man. But don't forget where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And I left it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Party.
And then eventually, that's when Bird came in. You know what I'm saying? I introduced Bird to C.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And at that time, Bird was probably the only one out of all the DJs in Port Arthur, besides Magic Mark and Qua Wayne, had them Technique 1200s.
Yeah, he did a house party for my brother in Villa Maine one day.
Yep.
You remember that?
Bird was the only one that had them Technique 12. You know what I'm saying? So when he got introduced to C, you know what I'm saying, boom. You know what I'm saying? Bird became the DJ.
So that party, I remember like just the whole city talking about, man, we gonna go to the party.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't in with them personally like that, so yeah, I didn't want to just pop up at their party.
Right.
But my little brother and R.I.P. Haywood,
yeah.
Remember Big Wood?
Yeah, I remember Big Wood.
They went.
Yeah.
So they told me about it.
Yeah, it was live. I can say it was live, man. You know what I'm saying? And
describe the party for me. Like, what was going on?
It was packed, man. It was packed. They had people all outside, this and that. You know what I'm saying? You know, they run and tell me something good so hard up in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this is live. This is really, really live. You know, that's a history now. And
right.
That was on at Mama West's house. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, it was so packed over there, man. And I was like,
you remember
man,
seeing Big Jack over there?
Big Jack, yep, Big Jack. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, I holler at that nigga every day.
Oh yeah, he in the city?
Yeah.
Big Jack.
Yeah, we be clowning
boy,
like a
that's my
motherfucker.
boy too, man.
So
Yeah.
after the party, everything take off. What is looking like after the party?
Well, after the party, that's when, you know what I'm saying, of course, you know what I'm saying, that's when I damn near disappeared for a little while, you know what I'm saying. They end up, you know what I'm saying, catching up to me, you know what I'm saying, because they, you know, once they send that warrant out for you, you know what I'm saying, you either gonna get you a lawyer or you gotta go sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Was it a new case or that same case?
Well, I actually ended up catching 3 cases. You know what I'm saying? My last case was actually in Harris County. And
Okay.
after that, man, I just couldn't do it no more. I got tired of looking over my back, looking over my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? And my lawyer, you know what I'm saying, she was up there, you know what I'm saying, the next day, because the killing part is I went and met with my boy Big Time Ruckus, and I got the last issue from him.
So
And that's how I ended up getting busted.
how much time you wound up doing that time?
I ended up doing 10 years. I did
You
four
did?
and a half. I did 4.5 on a 10. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I went in 93. I didn't come out till 98. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, that time, C was pretty big. It
Right.
was pretty big, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, a lot of people didn't know that I was the one that actually brought them to Big Time Records. You know what I'm saying? I would tell people, but they didn't believe me. You know what I'm saying? I said, I ain't got a lot. You know what I'm saying? I said, eventually it's gonna come out.
It's
You know what I'm
actually
saying?
mentioned in the book, right?
Yeah, I'm in the book, you know what I'm saying? And that came out of a coincidence, you know what I'm saying? Because when I came home, Bun and them, they was doing a show out here in Port Arthur. And I just happened to go to it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew I was home, nobody knew nothing. I just happened to go to the concert. So I'm in the crowd and stuff, and I'm cheering on with everybody else and stuff. All of a sudden, he stopped the music. And I'm like, what you stop the music for? So he say, Marley Marl, call me on stage. You know what I'm saying? Him and Bun was like, if it wasn't for this dude right here, we wouldn't be here.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what I'm saying? It shocked me because I was telling people for years, you know what I'm saying, that I was the one that actually brought them to Big Time Records. You know what
Was
I'm
it
saying?
the show at Duke's?
Yep, that was it. Yep. We end up, you know what I'm saying, after the show, I end up going kick it with them for a little while and stuff after that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was good. You know what I'm saying?
That bitch was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. You know, and like I say, this is in '98 when I damn near came home. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
I didn't know they was having a concert. I just ended up going.
I was outside refereeing some goddamn fights and attempted shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was some good times, man. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, I remember when it was over, some girls was walking out and they was like, man, it's a ripoff. Them niggas only rap for damn near 45 minutes to an hour.
shit, that ain't no rip off.
I say, bitch, them niggas ain't no band.
Yeah,
That's how much they supposed to rap. You know what I'm saying?
that
About
ain't-
45 minutes to an hour.
They don't realize, man, that's a lot of rapping.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot of rapping in that time frame. You know what I'm saying?
Now once you got them hits, that shit passed fast because
Yeah.
you having fun with the crowd. It's a beautiful thing. Like I remember Pimp just up there rapping some of the verses and stopping and then talking about say, if you with that nigga bitch and that nigga locked up, you need to go and get that hoe some money so she can put some money on that nigga books.
Yeah.
Church and the whole crowd, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he spend a few minutes doing that.
Yeah.
He'll say some other shit, then he'll drop another record. So it became like the time could pass fast because he was so in his element. But that was after he came home.
Yeah, and that's after he came home. You know what I'm saying? My biggest thing, you know, when he came home, I didn't even know he was home. He surprised me. I'm going down Memorial, and I see this Bentley coming up Memorial.
Come on, man.
I'm like, I don't know who he is. I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to Judy's. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. He must have spotted me. He turned around in the middle of Memorial and followed me all the way to Judy's. You know what I'm saying? And when he got out, I was like, man, you out? He was like, Marley, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He was on his way to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So
he by himself?
He was by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Which Bentley, the silver or the red?
He was in the red. I didn't know who he was, man, until he got out the doggone car. I didn't even know he was home or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I'm on my way to Dallas, man. I'm going to do a show out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of this boudin so I can bring it back, you know what I'm saying, to Dallas and shit.
That nigga was always going over there getting boudin.
Going to get that boudin, man.
You know, before he got locked up, I was going to DMD them studio. Yeah. And I was hearing, you know, he was going over there and whatnot. But I never ran into him.
Yeah.
And so one day I'm at Judy's and I see a nigga with a pink polo on. I look, I say, damn, that's motherfucking Pimp C. Yeah. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? I holler at him for a minute. He like, man, I'm just trying to survive. I'm just already. He looked stressed. Yeah. I was thinking from the outside looking in, damn, nigga, y'all getting on right now. Like, what's wrong? Yeah. But right after that, he wound up going to jail.
Yeah. You know, and that was a surprise, you know what I'm saying? You know, the situation with him, you know what I'm saying, and a guy that was supposed to been friends, you know what I'm saying? And don't know what transpired, you know what I'm saying? All I was told, you know what I'm saying, Pimp C pulled a gun out on the man, this and that. It's so many different stories.
Right,
you know
right.
But I look at the fact y'all used to be boys. You know what I'm saying?
So he knew the dude?
Yeah, they used to be boys one time, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't understand what happened between them two, you know? And then when they said, you know, C got time for, you know, dad, you know, pulling the gun out on my man, this and that, I'm like, man, I know you got to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? I just got home and he going, you know?
What was your relationship with Bun back then?
When I met Bun, like I say, when I met Bun is when we was doing those shows at the Julie Rogers Theater. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I met Bun. Man, Bun was going against all them guys in Beaumont.
He was battling them?
Battling, and man, he was eating their ass up.
Come on, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Man, Bun come from here. He come from the head, man. That boy cold, man. Yeah. And a lot of people have mad respect for him because when they heard him rap, they knew they couldn't mess with him. You know
that nigga got tight than the mother.
That boy got talent, man. He got super talent.
I seen him in Big Jack's shop one day.
Yeah.
And he was waiting to get his hair cut, and he kept saying a big long ass word with a bunch of syllables in it. He just kept saying it, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Then I thought about it, man. That nigga probably writing a rap in his fucking head.
In his head, yeah.
So I spoke to him, but I didn't bother him too long. Like, I knew him better than I knew C.
Yeah.
I always used to see him smoke a joint with him. Cap on him, he cap on me. We talk shit.
Yeah.
Pick him up, take him riding or whatever. But I was always closer to him and never really close to C. I ain't really ever used to see C nowhere.
Yeah, man. I've been with C. I was more with C than Bun, you know what I'm saying? But Bun, you know, Bun always showed mad love, you know what I'm saying? Every time me and him see each other, even when he come down here to do a video or whatever, I think one time he was in Lewis Mountain and everybody was calling, hey man, Bun in Lewis Mountain. I pull out my old school, I roll over there, and he was like, damn man, that damn thing clean. Not knowing he had to put my shit in the video.
Which one, the gangster?
I don't know. I can't remember which one it was. I just happened to see it recently on YouTube. I was just scrolling one day and I seen this video. I was like, damn, But
Which
made this video in
which
Lewis
car was
Mountain.
it?
I got that old school silver bullet. You know what I'm saying? Somehow I seen clips of my car in the video.
Because I
And
remember when we did
never knew that they even took pictures of my shit.
we did Gangster. We had a few drop tops.
Yeah, it wasn't in Gangster. This was like a video probably a couple of years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying that he came out here in Lewis Mountain and stuff, and because I've been having my old school probably about 7 years now.
Let me ask you this. I don't remember you like being in and out of jail type shit.
No.
So you going to prison back then. How was your experience when you first got to that hole?
Oh man, it ain't no place for no man, like Pimp C said. It ain't no place for no man. You know, my biggest thing is when I first went in, you know, I did 23 months in the county first, and then they shipped me to Huntsville.
Okay.
I went to Huntsville. I was in Huntsville for 2 weeks. And when I tell you that's the worst experience I ever seen in my whole entire life, I don't wish it on my worst enemy or none of that. I watched a man die in my face when I first got there. You know what I'm saying? And he was a white guy. You know what I'm saying? He was carrying rock pedals. You know, and the officer, he on a horse. He telling the man straight up, he say, "Boss, I can't make it. Boss, I can't make it. It's hot." You know what I'm saying? Man, that dude passed out right there in front of all of us, right there on that hot ass slab. They threw cold water on him, threw his body in the shower. We watched this here, man. And from that day forward, I said to myself, they'll let you die in here. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I made myself clear right there. I'm not coming back here once I get out. And I meant that. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed there 2 weeks. And like I say, man, that is the worst place you ever want to go.
Did you did most of your time in the county?
I did 23 months there. Well, actually I did 22 because they only can hold you like less than 2 years before they could put you in a transfer city. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I left from there. I went to Huntsville for 2 weeks, and then they sent me to this new unit, which was called Atascocita in Humble.
It was called a what?
Atascocita in Humble.
I heard of that.
So we broke that unit in. It was a brand new unit, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up staying there 22 months. You know what I'm saying? Left from there, they sent me to the Walls unit. I'm thinking I'm finna go home. I go to the Walls unit for 1 day. Left from there, they sent me to Navasota, Texas. Pack 2, Gladiator Farm. Fighting, stabbing, killing, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is the bad experience for me. At that time, that's when the Utah Jazz was playing and the Bulls were playing all in the playoffs. Man, I ain't never seen so many people get aggravated by basketball. Fuck them whole ass Utah, fuck them whole ass Bulls. Before you know it, it's a riot. You know what I'm saying? They locked down. You know what I'm saying? I was at that unit for damn near 6 months. Got pulled from there. I went back to the Walls unit. Now I'm really thinking I'm finna go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn, they sent me back to the Walls. I'm finna go home. Man, they sent me to some place in between Dallas called Venus. You know
What's it called?
Venus. It's another transfer unit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, why they send me way up here? So I was there 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then they say, oh, you finna get moved again. I go back to the Walls one more time. I was there 3 days. After 3 days, they shipped me all the way back to PA to LeBlanc unit. You know what I'm saying? Did my last 6 months right there at LeBlanc. You know what I'm saying? And it's more like, how can I say, it's more like an AA place. You know what I'm saying? They want to try to rehabilitate you to get back into society or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it is more like, you know what I'm saying, you go through these little meetings. You got to complete this program to be able to get out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand when they ask you certain questions about what they think is wrong with you, what was your how can I say, your greed, you know what I'm saying, to doing what you was doing. And I used to tell them all the time, I ain't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? But I really did. And money was the greed. Got to have it. You know what I'm saying? And they say that was your problem right there. You wanted to have that money. You know what I'm saying? I never thought about that until she broke it down to me. And I'm like, yeah, I did have to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would always do stuff to help people. You know what I'm saying? And that was my fault right there. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I did my last 6 months there. Boom, shot me right back to the walls again. You know what I'm saying? This time I'm getting out. You know what I'm saying? So I got out May 21st of 98.
98?
And man, it was a blessing to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to just tell people, man, hey, this is not a place for you. You know what I'm saying? They making more penitentiaries for us blacks. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a place for no man. You know, you don't want to be there. I didn't seen too much, man. I seen a dude get stabbed right on the side of me. He was my cellmate. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people, man, if you could avoid that life, get away from it. Find you something else productive, you know what I'm saying, to make your money. You know what I'm saying? I came home when I started doing everything pretty much different. You know what I'm saying? Did everything different, you know what I'm saying? I come home, I started back DJing, because everybody kept saying, man, when you gonna go back to DJing? For a long time, I didn't think about going back DJing. I left it alone for about 3 years.
Come on.
And I was like, man, you gotta come back, you gotta come back. So, man, I got back into it, you know what I'm saying? I started putting other people down to DJing. I got 5 DJs. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I don't have to DJ all the time. I got 5 DJs. If I need a DJ to DJ, hey man, what you doing? I got a job for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Same way how I told C.
Let me ask you this. Out of your career locally, do you remember ever breaking an artist from the area?
I mean, to me, like I say, everything is good now. I don't have to get out there and do nothing illegal. I do everything legal. You know what I'm saying? When people want to, you know what I'm saying, come here and try to want to do something big, some people call me because they know I got all the equipment. If they want to do something big, I'll bring all the equipment out there to the pavilion for them, set it up for them.
So you become Carl Wayne.
I become Carl Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I got so much equipment now, I can do 5 parties at one time. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm trying to do something big, if they want to do something big at the event centers, the all that there, most people come call me, hey man, can we get some equipment? You can get some equipment anytime you want. Lil Chad, every time he come in town, you know what I'm saying? He live in Colorado, but if he ever needs something, he call me up. You come get anything you want. You know what I'm saying? Me and your old man was close. You come get anything you want, you ain't gotta pay for it. You know
Tell me about this infamous party that you throw every year.
The crawfish party.
It's a crawfish ball?
I've been doing it for 15 years now.
Tell me about it.
Man, it's hard to explain. All I can do is tell you, go on YouTube, pull up Banks Family Reunion, and you're going to see how live it be. I shut the whole block down. You know what I'm saying? I get 25 sacks every year. Every year. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, come on out, come enjoy the food, come enjoy the music. We not only just have crawfish, we have fish, we have barbecue, we have all different mixes of food, we have drinks for the kids, bouncers, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. It seems like when I seen you welcoming, it's almost like you was welcoming the community.
Yeah. I try to give back every year that way, man. You know,
with all these unexpected guests, like you don't know who's gonna pop up.
I don't know.
Out of the 15 years, has it ever been an incident?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, man, I do this to bring people together. You bring people together, come out, just enjoy life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Enjoy life. This is once a year.
Man, I salute you for that, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? My next one is June the 10th. We're actually gonna do this one in Alvesta. Cause last year it was so big, man. Oh man, it was so many people at my home. And I was like, oh man, we gotta move this.
Yeah.
So we
You gonna
moved
wind up
into the
having a
park in
pasture
Alvesta
party.
this time. Yes, sir.
They gonna turn into a pasture party.
I'll probably get 30 sacks this time.
Wow. Man, I know you got some things to do.
Yeah.
Probably get you back on here another day, man.
Oh, anytime, man, anytime.
Hey,
But hey, I need you to shoot me an address because I'm gonna shoot you them tracks.
okay.
Shoot you them tracks this week. So you send me that address, I'm gonna put it in the mail this week.
Okay.
So I want you to listen to it, and I'm gonna tell you which tracks to listen to the most. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember me and you talking. I was telling you about a certain song that somebody took from C. When you listen to it, you gonna see. He gonna tell it. He gonna tell you right there what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I had some people listening to it today at work, and they still couldn't believe it. I say, man, look, listen to this song. Listen to this song. Listen to the beat of that song. Look at the year of this song. You know what I'm saying? Who you think made that beat?
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so when they listened to it, they was like, damn. I say the man tell it all right there.
He was that damn talented.
Yeah, he you know what I'm saying? The C is just cold with it, man.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
Man, look here. Shout out to my boy Boy. Shout out to my boy Mitchell Queen, because without Mitchell Queen, he was the original founder. You know what I'm saying? That without him, it wasn't no UgK. You know what I'm saying? Him, Born, and C is UgK. You know what I'm saying? Them boys paved the way for a lot of people, man. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, man, gotta give props to them, because
for real,
everybody was trying to make it. They made it. They made it. And try to get other people down. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I salute about C, because I know something rubbed off on them when I told them, well, don't forget where you come from. When you make it, put other people down. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Man, when he brought Vicious and Boosie and Webby, I knew he was doing his thing. I knew he was. I
saw him trying to help so many people, man.
Yeah, yeah. The boy is talented, man. I wish he was still here, man, because I know he will be all the way up there. All the way up there. Definitely.
You got any social sites you want to share?
Nah, I ain't got nothing, man. I barely be on there. But they can always check me out on my Facebook page. I'm always doing something. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in my area, June 10th, hit me up. June 10th? June 10th. We doing it big with the big crawfish party. You know
hell yeah.
I will be posting it on my page. Anybody, like I say, anybody in the area, come out and have fun. Come out and have fun. Man. Come get your grub on. Come get your drink on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's going down.
Appreciate you coming through, man.
Anytime, man. Hit me up when you need me. I'm always
be on the lookout for that package. It's on its way.
Already.
All right, brother. Stay up.
Oh, you too, man. Y'all be good.
All right, now.
All right.
Yeah, man. That was dope, man. I have to get my player partner back on here again. I kind of got away from the questions because the conversation was going so well. I put the questions down, man. But let me appreciate everybody in the chat, man, souping and, you know what I'm saying, having a good time, enjoying the conversation. Zay Sanchez, you know what I'm talking about? Who else in this thing was going hammer with that soup? Another Zay Sanchez, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Brandon Tillery came through, you know what I mean? Taking care of business, helping keep the wheels greased. Who else was in this thing? Mr. Maine was in this thing, you know what I'm talking about? Helping keep the wheels greased. Who else, man? Yeah, let me see what Mr. Maine said. Long live the legendary Pimp C, Mama West and Pops, UgK for life. Much love and respect to the entire UgK for life Trill family, man. Free young Pimp. That's what it's hitting for, man. It's really positive vibes over here. And we blessed over here, man. I couldn't ask for nothing better. And then we got Scott Eric came through here with a big $49.99, man. you know that's gonna keep all the 18-wheeler wheels greased. We're gonna be able to grease the 5th wheel with that 49.99 from Scott Eric, man. And then Taylor Ray came through with a $9.99. I like that. I like that and love it and want some more of it. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we had who else off in this thing? We had Mr. Long TV. He came through and showed some love. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Ray again. Then we got Jesus Trevino. He's showing love. Trill casting and lasting. Long live the Pimp. You know what I mean? UgK for life. Free Young Pimp. And then Zay Sanchez, man. Say I appreciate y'all coming through, man. It's the Trill cast. It's your homie. He's elite. I don't want to make my man interview long and drawn out. So I'm going to go ahead and duck out. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to let y'all jam something, though. I'm going to put something in your ear hole. I'm going to put a little something in your ear hole before I go, though. You know what I mean? Don't let that internet get up on you.
R.I.P. to the pimp, and Mama West. Tribute. We miss you, baby. This ain't another sad song, you know what I'm talking about? Nah. It's a tribute to a Trill nigga. He's a link. Trill gang. Still UgK posse. Let's go. You taught me rhythm and soul to put my heart in this music. Everything that I learned, I live by and I use it. You told me to rap about a Benz and that Benz gon' come. When I met my baby mom, that bitch came with one. I'm talking money on a dresser, drive a compressor, Trill PA nigga, so you know I'm gon' finesse her. Accepting nothing lesser, racks is my aim. 380 diamonds on a piece of my chain. Yeah, Franco, white gold, bitch, niggas die slow. Claiming that you Trill, but can't look me in my eyes, ho. Groomed by the Pimp, one of the best that ever done it. Hologram, Sweet Jones, pussy niggas will start running. Yeah, know I'm talking about, bitch.
Cause I let them wood in my hood, they call me Buck. Smoking out, going up, putting pick up in your slut. All my cars, I let them wood in my hood, they call me Buck. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the fuck for $40
R.I.P. to the Pimp.
Hey nigga, Trill ass nigga. Take it out, bitch, being open, let me see it. I'm Sweet James Jones and a trick I couldn't beat. Got a young brown stallion and she 20 years old. When she poppin' from the back, you see that hairy asshole.
R.I.P. to the Pimp, man. We sure miss you, man. It's your boy, he's elite. It's the Trill cast. Until next time, I'm out.